What's good, everybody? What's up, man? It's Stephen Qualls II, aka Mr. Qualified. It's your boy, and we're back with another episode of Qualified TV. And man, this one of them for y'all for y'all to be watching. This one of them. It's a lot of people that I'm like this with, but I don't even know, man. Family for us is like an understatement. We go back to young, like the draws, for real. I had Collins on here and it was the same thing. I'm like, it's just from birth. It feel like we was just right there. Our families was close. We was always doing everything. But I'll let the man and the legend introduce himself, and then we'll get into all the good stuff as the interview goes on.
Yeah, so what's going on, y'all? Devin Jackson. Most people call me D Jax. Married since 2018, UCF graduate, business owner, just doing my thing. And then Steven wanted to reach out, do this Chop It Up interview. So I'm glad to be here, man. Appreciate you.
Of course, man. Yes, sir. And I mean, I feel like it's so many different conversations we can have, man. But I'll just start. I start with everybody from the beginning. So, man, as you said, you end up going to UCF. But just speak on growing up in Milwaukee first and foremost, and then if you can, kind of take us through what your decision was ultimately going to UCF, being that that's one so far from Milwaukee, but then two, it's like UCF isn't necessarily this. I wouldn't call it a flagship, but it's not. If you were going to leave and go to like a big school or go to a bigger state, there are bigger schools that some people may be thinking about. But just take us through that, growing up in Milwaukee period, and then how you ultimately decided to go to UCF for college.
Yeah, man. So born and raised in Milwaukee until I was 14. Then we moved out to the suburbs, and I just went to high school in the suburbs, wherever. So I wasn't really in the suburbs that long. So I claimed Milwaukee. So. Sure. I mean, growing up, you know how it is. It's different from if you like meet people in college, you ask like how they grew up or some stuff like that. You don't relate to the same things. I say growing up, it kind of made me like who I am as far as like being more aware of like my surroundings and just being more cognizant, like things don't go my way, I'm not as disappointed or something like that. Cause I know like opportunities out in Milwaukee, like I wouldn't have certain opportunities that I have now, if I would have stayed in Milwaukee. But I mean, I enjoyed growing up in Milwaukee. I feel like it made me tough. It made me wiser. I met a lot of good people, and it's not easy really like getting out of Milwaukee, because it's like you grow up in Milwaukee and a lot of people just stay there and not even like get out the city, bro, like literally just stay in Milwaukee. And man, once I moved like to the suburbs, I was still like connected to Milwaukee. I had a lot of Milwaukee friends and stuff, but like it was like I was branching out more and more, and it was like, yeah, I don't see myself staying in Wisconsin too long. So the opportunity presented itself with UCF, and like the reason I chose UCF was because I only applied to like, I think it was 4 schools. I applied to Whitewater, I applied to UW-Madison, I applied to UCF, and I was actually working out with Cardinal Stritch University with their basketball team or whatever. And like, so I was about to apply for them, and then I ended up talking to like my trainer where I was like, I'm not really feeling like, I don't want to be in Milwaukee, bro. Like that's literally down the street. I'm like I'm not feeling that. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take this chance that I have. And I applied for UCF because at the time I had family down here. So I was like, man, like if something goes south, like I can't stay on campus or whatever, I could stay with my aunt she stayed like 25 minutes from the campus or whatever. My uncle, bro, like the connections was there. And so it was like, this might be an opportunity, low key. So I went ahead, I applied, and they had like fulfilled enrollment was like filled. Like I wouldn't have been able to get in if I didn't go when I went. So it was summer 2014, and I had to go at that time because if not, I wouldn't be able to go until like the next year, like the whole calendar year, like 2 semesters later. So it was like, yeah. So I graduated June 2014 high school. And then when I got to UCF, bro, it was literally, we started classes, I think at the end of May. My times might be wrong, but it was like we had a summer semester. It was like, not May, I'm tripping. I mean, I graduated June and we started classes like July or August. I think it was August. That's when we started classes in 2014. So it was literally like I didn't have much time to like chill, like say my goodbyes and stuff, leaving high school, whatever. And like, man, I mean, it was fun, bro. It was a good opportunity, stuck it out. It was tough, UCF. You know, it's not like I know what you meant when you said like if somebody's going to go out of state for school, they're going to go to like, I mean, if you think of Florida, probably like UF or something like Florida Gators or whatever, or like Miami.
And if you're thinking HBCU.
Yeah, or like HBCU and stuff. So, I mean, really, I didn't apply to any other schools, bro. It was just UCF and then Madison, Whitewater. I was like, I'm gonna just pick and choose. I don't think I got into Madison. Actually, I think I did get in. I got into all three actually. And then it was like, okay, I'm gonna dwindle it down. And I didn't want to be in Wisconsin, honestly, bro. So I'm like, I'm going ahead and take it to UCF. So,
but yeah, man. Also, talk a little bit more about UCF. Your time there, that college experience, like you said, being not only so far away from home, but then on top of that, like you said, it's not, necessarily, I don't know so much if the school offered anything that you would expect some of the bigger schools to, or if you got something that you felt like was very, very unique, about the school and about your time there. But yeah, definitely tell us more about that.
Man, really, bro, it was like, I didn't want to go to any other school because I went to orientation while I was still in high school. So it was like my senior year and it was like our last semester or whatever. And I had orientation like probably like 3-4 weeks before we was about to graduate high school. So we was in classes or whatever. And then I left for like 4 or 5 days, came to UCF, like did the tour or whatever, everything. And this was when I was already like, all right, I'm gonna just go to UCF. So we went to orientation. And when I came back from orientation, bro, I wasn't trying to do nothing but go to Orlando, bro. Like I was like, nah, this is straight. Like I'm just trying to go to Florida and I'm trying to start over pretty much and see like what I can make myself out of from here. So, I mean, going to UCF, it was actually dope. Like the connections I made and stuff right out the gate, everybody here, like the Southern hospitality, like is a real thing. And it's like, I noticed right away that the people that are here down South or in Florida, whatever, they treat people differently than like in Milwaukee, in my opinion. Like, it's not really night and day, but it's like certain stuff you could do. Like you can go into certain places, man, and people just more welcoming, people more willing to like help you out. Like if you look lost or something, bro, like people just like walk up to you, talk to you, like just be all in your business type stuff. But it's like a nice way. And it's not like just people trying to be nosy or whatever. But I mean, coming to UCF, bros, we had the summer was fun as far as getting the college experience and stuff. So we didn't really have classes like that. We had like 2 classes and then we didn't have class Friday. So we was really just chilling, bro. Like I was just coming here hooping every day, going to sleep, eating, bro. Like we wasn't doing nothing. And then summer semester ended and then regular classes started. And we were, so at that point, I was into what they call the first classes you take when you go to school, like the 2-year course.
I know the name. I can't remember them.
I can't think of it.
It's the classes like that everybody got to take. I can't remember the name for them, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so them classes was pretty straight to me. Like as far as difficulty level goes, bro, like it wasn't nothing crazy. The math classes was straight. I just don't like history and science or whatever, but like everything else was straight. Once I started getting into my major, I already knew I wanted to go for business. Like when I was in high school, I was studying like graphic design. And then like my senior year in high school, I like switched and I was just like, I want to study business. So I started studying business and it was more in high school, it was more like a finance accounting track. And then when I got to college, it was like a marketing / just business management like field. And then I ended up just going straight marketing, like learning how to like promote a business, promote businesses for other people, like kind of like salesy type stuff. But I really enjoyed that because like I actually use that stuff that I learned in school. So that's one thing I could say I took from UCF. The connections again, man, like I talk to people I met at UCF literally like every week. Even like not just people that I'm like cool with, but people that like if I know someone's doing something or like I said before, like graphic designers or something, I know people that were in school studying that type of stuff or like tax people, whatever. Like, man, like the connections is crazy. I definitely say using college for connections is like something that a lot of people don't do.
Yeah.
Like people just go to school for the degree, but like if you go to school with the intention to like make connections and network, bro, and get your degree, like when you graduate, like really like the world is yours. Like, so I started doing that more towards like my senior year in school. And that helped me. Like I started the business while I was in school. So I first got to school, I was working part-time for my uncle who has like a non-emergency medical transportation company. So we would just pick up elderly patients and take them to like nursing homes and stuff like that. like wheelchair and stretcher patients that didn't need like emergency medical services. So I was doing that part-time, and I was just like stacking my bread or whatever. And I bought a car, cash. So I used that car to like get around to campus. I was on campus at the time. And then I ended up moving off campus, which was still campus affiliated. It was like student housing, but it was apartments. They weren't technically like student housing, I guess. That was new to me, bro. I had like three roommates that I knew because I was already cool with them, like hooping with them. We was like, man, we just get this apartment, bro. So we finna do that, bada boom. Got the apartment. I'm like, man, I'm grown. So like, I'm living on my own, bro. I got a car now. I got an apartment technically. So it's like, that was cool. That I don't think my focus really shifted though. Like once I got the apartment and the car, as far as school goes, like I was still really straight, bro. It was just towards the end of school, that's when stuff started getting harder. Like when I got into my major courses, stuff was like, it wasn't difficult book reading. It was difficult like to apply it.
Yeah.
So that was like difficult to me, but that's actually the type of stuff that I do now that like helps me more. So it's like, I guess I could take that hit about it. Yeah, man, met my wife in school, bro. We met in 2015. So that was like a year after I got to the school. And then like, bro, it was just like, we was both in the same courses or whatever. At first she was like on a business track, and then she ended up switching later on. But so we was like always around each other, bro. And I was just like, she kept me focused and all that, like during school. So yeah, I mean, I don't take UCF for granted, honestly, bro. I wouldn't be a businessman or whatever if I didn't go to UCF. So
that's real. That's real. Yeah, no, I mean, and I didn't even know that. I was gonna ask you what your major was because I wasn't 100% sure if it was always business or like business affiliated.
I switched. It was graphic design, and then it was like, okay, I want to do like finance, accounting. Then I was like, nah, I want to do marketing. So I just focused on marketing because it was kind of fun. So
yeah, no, I was gonna say that definitely makes sense. So no, you mentioned it. So you started the business while in school, right? Like toward the end of school, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it was towards the end of school. I didn't really touch on that. So it was when I started the business, like 2016, 2017. So 2016, I started the business. I kid you not, bro. I started with $250. The business, bro. I bought so I was always collecting sneakers or whatever, and I would sell my shoes that I didn't want no more. So I would buy them, I would wear them for a little bit, and then I would sell them just so I can like have the bread or whatever. Then so I was like, man, like people know I be buying shoes and stuff. They always be like asking me like, bro, where you be getting your shoes at? I'm like, all these people asking me this, I might as well help them out. So I had like $250, and it was the French Blue 12s was coming out, and so I just bought I had bought one pair of those. I think I bought two pairs because I got a discount. So yeah, I got two pair of those, and I flipped them both and made the profit. And after I did that, it was like just sparked something and kind of like, dang, bro, like I can do this for real if I just keep saving the capital and keep like turning it over. So I started doing that, and then man, I just started like I printed business cards out, bro. I would get shoes. I would buy shoes from people, and I would take them downstairs, like outside of my apartment, like take pictures of them outside, and put like the business card propped up on it, throw it on Instagram. I really started with Facebook, and then I made a business Instagram page because I would be in Facebook page groups, and we would just like buy, sell, trade groups. So you just post something up. It wasn't really like formal or nothing. Like I would have my own personal name attached to everything, not the business name. So I would sell certain stuff, and I started learning how to send invoices so I could ship stuff out to people, bro. And that actually helped a lot because I was doing a lot of local meetups, but when I was able to start shipping stuff out, that just opened up like a whole new array of things for me, honestly. I was like, man, I could really do something with this. So I started just doing that full time. Like any money I would get that I didn't need to spend, I would just save it and I would use for like sneakers. If it was like a new release, or like if I knew like my guy was trying to sell some kicks for the low, I'd be like, yo, let me buy them from you. I'll clean them up and then sell them, make my profit, invest it back again into another few pairs. So yeah, man. Actually, the first guy that I ever did like a big buyout from, he so I posted an ad on Craigslist, and I'm like, sell me your shoes. And I'm like, I'll buy your shoes or whatever, like used, pre-owned, whatever, new. I'll buy your shoes. I'm looking to make a profit or whatever, but like basically just letting people know I'll buy their shoes. So I put it on Craigslist and I put it in those Facebook groups I was talking about. And this one guy I met, he was like an older guy, older sneakerhead, and he had like 8 or 9 pairs, and he gave me like a crazy deal on all of them. So I bought like all the shoes from him, and I profited. Like I made good profit on him because of the deal he gave me. I still talk to him to this day. Like I sell him stuff all the time, but it's always for a deal because like I wouldn't have been like able to do what I do now if he didn't sell me that big pack like that. But yeah, bro. I mean, I was just like word of mouth. Really, people would know like I would have kicks, and then people started knowing I sell kicks. So I printed business cards. I would put them inside of the boxes if I sold them like to ship them out. I would go to like sneaker events while I was in school and like just pack the Nissan up with all my shoes and get a table, bro. And we just set up shop. That was fun. Man, what else, bro? I just used what I learned in marketing. It wasn't really hands-on, the marketing stuff. It was more like psychological marketing tips. And I would say like in school, as far as like, it tells you how the consumer thinks rather than like how to reach them, in my opinion.
Okay.
So like it'll tell you like how to win over a sale or how to consistently sell to a person rather than what to actually do to sell to this person, like what the steps are to actually get this person to buy something from you. It just tells you like how they think about making a purchase, which was like straight to me because I was still learning. All this was new to me. It was like I was just soaking everything in. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, that's super real. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't see or realize. I mean, that's something that I had to learn with Qualified. It's not so much about how you reach somebody as much as meeting somebody where they're already kind of perceiving what you do or how they're receiving what you do. Like it's literally 50-50. You know, like you can't just focus on what you want to do or what you feel like is the best way to reach. You really got to figure out, okay, how are they, like what are they looking for? What is the typical person that's going through an app or that's looking for shoes or whatever the case may be? What are they looking for? And then from there, okay, how can I, kind of adjust the way I want to reach to meet them where they already gonna be at type deal. So I can only imagine. And then with shoes, I mean, we talked about it before, but the shoe game, man, and the vintage game too. I want you to get into when vintage really became a part of everything and how it came to officially be, 407 vintage and 407 kicks. But yeah, man, the sneaker game is, I mean, we said it before, it's crazy, man. It's people, they wild out here, but it's become such a thing. Like you said, so many people want shoes, not just to rock them, not to really say like, yo, I got these kicks and I know what to do with them. They either are buying them to strictly flip them or they buying them just to say they got them and put them on ice. And it's like, I feel you, but at the same time, like, if you're gonna go out and get these kicks, you might as well at least know what to do with them. It don't mean they're gonna be your everyday joints. You should know what to do with them if you is gonna pull them out and not just always have them on ice. But man, yeah, just kind of speak to it from the business side of it. Just how crazy that sneaker game can be, like how it is dealing with consumers and customers looking for sneakers. And if you have people trying to, get over on you or try to finesse you and trying to get these pairs and stuff like that. I know it's wild.
Bro, it's wild. When I was actually in college, bro, it's happened many times people try to scam or whatever. But the most the thing that I can think of the most, bro, this guy. So I had some shoes listed. I had like 8 pair listed on OfferUp. And this person messaged me talking about, dang, bro, you got some heat or whatever. Let me buy all them joints. I'm like, bet. So I'm in the apartment with my 3 roommates, bro, and Lauren. And we was like, bro, this man trying to buy all these shoes from me. So I'm like, man, I'm not finna go here by myself. So right. Lauren came with me. All 3 of my roommates came, and we packed the trunk with. It was like 8 pairs of shoes, and they wasn't like no cheap shoes. They're probably like $250 shoes. So it's like, all right, this is kind of a lot of bread. I'm not finna just pull up Dolo like. Right. So it was like, yeah, just pull up. We met at like a school or something, but it was nighttime, and when we got there, dog had like, first off, I got there and I was waiting for him. I'm like, yo, I'm here. I'm waiting for him for like 10 minutes. I'm in the car, and then I get out the car. I sit outside the car. I'm looking around. It's like a park, like in the distance. You can kind of see it. It's like a basketball court and like a bench. And there's like 5 people over there. But it was like one person walking towards me. And I was like, I'm here. And then like, they were like, okay, I'm walking up. So I'm like, okay, bet, that's bro right there. So he walked up. I had the shoes in the trunk. I lifted the trunk, showed him the shoes or whatever. He like, yeah, he didn't even really look at him, bro. He like looked at one pair or something, and then he pulled out the cash, dog. He like, well, my bad, it's kind of wet. I was in the shower. I'm like, bro, what? He like, my bad, it's kind of wet. I was in the shower, bro. And he pulled out like I swear, bro, it was like plastic $100 bills. Like them joints did not look real at all. And I got at this point, I've been selling shoes for a little bit, so I got a like a detector that tells if the bills are fake or whatever. So I get it, bro. And it's like when you swipe on it, it's supposed to be like a yellowish, clear, almost clear yellow tint on it, so that you know that the bill is authentic. So I swipe on it, bro. It's just straight dark Sharpie on it. I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like I wanted to put the pause on this man so bad. Like I was like, nah, bro, we gotta fight. But it's like,
real,
dog, like you trying to wait, you like, I mean, he's not trying to. He literally wasting my time. But like, if I wasn't the type of guy I am, like I'm not real gullible or whatever, so I'm not finna just take the cash and be like, yo, you're gonna take the kicks and just drive off, bro. Like I think everything through, so I'm real analytical or whatever. So I'm going through it, I'm looking through the bills. I'm like, bro, come on, man. I almost slapped him with the bills, like, bro, like we not doing this, bro. So I just gave him the money back. And I told him, so I'm like, bro, he's fake, bro. He like, what you mean? No, bro, he's good. I'm like, bro, come on, man. And we all outside the car, me and my roommates. And we laughing. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, these not real bills. He like, what you mean, bro? I'm like, I'm not finna take these, bro. Please. I gave them to him. He walked off back to his little group. But it was like, dog, like that. At that point, it's like, okay. That's when I was like, I gotta be more like logical of what I'm doing. And after that, I kind of stopped selling locally as much, and I started working on my online game. Like, I want to get more shipping customers, like customers out the state or whatever. So, I mean, but it's like plenty of times, like even when you try to sell stuff online, people will send you like fake, like I would send out an invoice and people will send back a fake pay receipt. So like it say that they paid the invoice, but like if you check your account balance, nothing was sent to the account. Right. So like if you don't know that, you like, oh, bet he paid, I got the email or whatever, and you send the shoes out. And it's like, you go back and try to get the money out. It's like, yo, the money's not there, but the shoes are already en route, bro. Like, you can't do nothing about that. So, like, you got to pick up on stuff like that. I almost got caught bad with that when I had some Supreme items, like when I first started. But, bro, like, it's scams, bro. You got to deal with chargebacks. Like, now, I still deal with chargebacks. Like, somebody will literally buy something from you, and all it takes is for them to call their bank and say, oh, that wasn't me that made that purchase, because I got the website. Oh, that wasn't me that made that purchase. And the money gone, bro. Like, they just take the money. You can't do nothing. You provide all the tracking information, whatever. And it's like the shoes delivered to that person. And it's like they can still say, I didn't make that purchase, bro. It's crazy.
People do that?
Bro, people do that literally every day. Dog, it's like, y'all some scammers, bro. Like, and it's like, man, it's like you get mad, but it's like, it's a part of the game. And I don't want to be the type to be like, man, I don't even want to have no website. I'm just selling everything, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, like nothing through the website. But it's like, you can't be like that. Cause like, if you want to grow, you can't be living in the fear of, man, I'm scared this person going to charge back. Like, that's not going to help you grow at all. So it's like, you just got to have faith in yourself and like the work you put in. And that's what I'm saying. You got to put yourself in front of the right people, like the right consumers. So I'm not at a point where I'm just trying to sell to any old body. I'm trying to sell to people that actually want sneakers to wear. I mean, I don't mind selling to other sellers, but like selling to people that actually wear, have like a emotional connection to a certain item, is like, it fulfills me more than like selling to a reseller or something. Which like, I don't mind doing, but it's like, it's just better for me, honestly. I feel more comfortable. But
yeah,
that's think of for now.
I was like, that's wild, man. I didn't know they was. I mean, I knew they was out here, but not like that. Chargeback, that's different.
Chargeback is trash. You can literally go to Wawa, pay for some gas, bro, and call your bank, be like, yo, that wasn't me. And like, Wawa as a business, just take that $40 you just put in your tank, is gone, bro. Like, Wawa's business funds are gone. Like, you can't do nothing about that. Like, it's been, especially depending on the bank. PayPal is cool because PayPal lets you fight it and PayPal give you the money back. But if they do it through like a website, you have, like, I ain't trying to put like companies out there like that, but like if certain website providers, or not website providers, but payment providers, like there's no seller protection, bro. Like, people can say anything and they'll just side with the buyer automatically. No matter how many sales you got, your reputation, 5-star reviews, bro, don't matter. Like, your money could be gone like that. So it's like, you just got to deal with it, which is bad.
That's a dirty game, man.
It's dirty, bro.
That's a dirty game.
That's not even, you told me to hit on like people, like the sneaker game. I feel like, man, we could go all day about this, but it's like the sneaker game to me now, from when I used to buy shoes, like in high school, when I could afford shoes, I would buy shoes, bro. It was like, I would get the shoes, bro, and I'd be like so amazed that I got that shoe. I couldn't wait to wear the shoe.
Right.
I'm like, I'm wearing these the next day type stuff. So it was like, bro, I'm getting the shoes, I'm wearing them right away. I wasn't even thinking about reselling, but like I'm young. I'm not trying to have my money tied up, whatever.
Right.
So it's like nowadays, it's like you don't know if the person you selling to is trying to wear the shoe or sell the shoe or just had a shoe to just look at for years down the line and let it ride in the case or whatever. So it's like I feel like that's changed a lot about the game, sneaker game, as far as sneaker heads go, because you don't know if you're selling to a reseller or actual collector or someone that just loves wearing shoes, like,
yeah,
which isn't bad. You're still making the sell, but it's like the passion is different now because everybody sees the value instead of like the actual shoe and the history behind it and stuff. So
yeah,
the more limited a shoe is, bro, like you can't really help that if you're not making the shoe.
yeah, yeah. No, that's real. I mean, I agree completely. I think that I wouldn't even call myself like I definitely like mess with kicks, but I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead. I wouldn't call myself a collector per se. But
Yeah.
I've always kind of been like I want to have shoes that one like that I personally rock with.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to just have shoes for the sake of the name or for the sake I'm saying I had the shoes. Like I don't believe in having a lot of shoes in the same colorway.
Yeah.
Unless the shoes just fire like that. Like or I'm gonna have a lot of black shoes because it's black, you know what I'm saying? Or if I got if I got a particular color, like I may have that, but like I wouldn't believe in having. There's no reason for me to have the breads and another like heavily like black base shoe,
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 like heavily black base shoe with the same type of color pattern. I just feel it's pointless unless you're talking about like 4 like unlimited pair of kicks that like people not gonna have or they not gonna be re-released for years.
Yeah.
But I mean, but you got people out here that just buy anything just to say they got the kicks and they'll be like, yeah, I got X amount of shoes. And it's like, 1, you don't wear these shoes. 2, I'm pretty willing to bet you don't know how to wear the shoes for real and put them with a fit. That'd be my biggest pet peeve. Like, don't have all these kicks and not know what to do with them if you're gonna actually wear them and put them on. That'd be irking me.
Yeah, man.
Like, you can't throw J's with designers, man. You can't throw everything with designer and call it a fit and call it fashion. I'm sorry. It's not how it works.
That's another thing about the game. Like people just want the real limited stuff. And then that's what drives prices up so much. Like shoes shouldn't be worth the prices they worth nowadays. It's just like that because like, well, first off, the supply is limited, but also people want it more because it's limited and they don't want it more to wear. They want it more to make money off of it. So it's like, man, like me personally as a seller, if I got someone who's been buying shoes from me for years, so like let's just give an example, like a shoe is worth like $450, and my client's been buying from me for years, bro. Like every release before the sneaker game just did this big jump that it has now the past 2 years, but like shoes worth $450, they tell me they want them, whatever. Like I don't mind selling that shoe to them for like $350, $380, just because I know like they're actually gonna wear that shoe. They're actually gonna come back to me. I meet people all the time who, bro, like just squeeze every little dollar out of every shoe and like end up selling it to somebody they'll never meet again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's like, bro, for me, the relationship with that buyer is more important than like making an extra $20, $30. Like, if you make that relationship, bro, you can make that back with another pair of shoes next week. Like,
yeah.
And you'll always have them like right there at a text message away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you think that's something that people like in the I'll call it the sneaker like reselling game, do you think that's something that they overlook or just don't even see in general, that idea of, yeah, I'm a reseller, yeah, I'm in this position to be able to provide this limited supply of a product, but do you think people are even in the mindset of like, let me build this relationship so I don't have to feel the need to squeeze out every dollar, because if I got consistent buyers, they gonna come back for another shoe, or they gonna come back for another product. So even if I'm cutting the deal, or even if I'm giving it to them for a little bit cheaper than what the retail is, I ain't really losing out because they're going to consistently buy things. Do you even think they're trying to conceptualize that and think of it in that regard?
No, because it's like nowadays resellers are starting younger and younger, bro. Like the last convention I went to, I seen a reseller, bro. I swear he looked like he was like 12 years old, dog. He had like 2 bands cash. So I'm like, bro, where you get this money from? And why you out here buying these shoes? Like, where your parents at? He got bread on, and he's buying all these kicks, bro, and like selling kicks. But I know, like, for a fact, he's not thinking about selling the same type of shoe, same size shoe to this person for years. For like 4 years from now, I can still sell size 11. I got something new size 11. I'm gonna text my boy that wears size 11. Like, I know they're not thinking about that, because it's like nowadays, bro, shoes are investments. So like every shoe is bound to just go up in value. You just don't know when. So it's like people are buying shoes. They like, I want to hold it. I want to hold it. I want to hold it. I'm not selling it now, but they want to make an extra $10 in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just sell the shoe right now. Make your bread, make that connection, which is, in my opinion, more important than an extra $10 2 weeks from now. You know what I'm saying? Make that connection, let them know, oh, I have your size often. I'll let you know next time when I get something else your size in. That way, bro, you got a client, size 11, loyal. They're going to be loyal years to come. They're going to put you in front of other people who want to shop with you too. Like, that happens so much with me, bro. Like, I would sell something to someone for like, and I don't sell stuff for a loss. So like, if I buy something and I know someone is like real loyal to me, if I buy something for like 200, okay, I'll sell it for them 200, whatever. But I'm not gonna sell it to them for like 180. That's just, I don't, because the way I built my business, like when I started with the bread I started with, I always wanted to at least profit. So it's like, I can't just sell it for a loss, because that's not how I work or whatever. But like, if I can get something and so I'll sell it to someone for like a great price or whatever, they spread the word, bro. And now next week or next release or whatever, I'll come back with 3 new clients. Like, yo, you're gonna have this size, this size, this size. It's like, yeah, I got you. And that just, like, word of mouth is gonna spread way quicker than you holding that shoe you don't want to sell to somebody for less, $15 less. Like, it's a greedy game, bro. And I get it. Like, I get it. Like, I see people be like, man, like they hate resellers and stuff. And it's like, dang, bro, like I'm a reseller, but it's like, man, like I hate that stigma resellers get, because I used to resell so I could afford personal shoes. So it's like, I wasn't reselling to like just have bread stacking up. Like I'm in college, I'm in high school. Like I'm just reselling. I'm gonna get these shoes, I'm gonna wear them, I'm gonna sell them so I can get some more shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the game isn't like that no more. Most sellers are just trying to like squeeze every dollar out of everything, and like they don't care about like what the next person is trying to do with the shoe, or they don't care about like the connection someone might have to a certain shoe. So it's kind of like discouraging, because the way that resellers are viewed. So I just try to look at it as like, I'm just trying to help people out, like secure releases. If I know a release is coming out and I know it's going to be pretty accessible to me, yeah, I'll help you out. Just give me this amount over retail, you got the shoe. Like, I got you, because I have that connection. But I'm not finna try to squeeze like every dollar out of every shoe, because then you're gonna be stuck with stuff, and you gotta have like capital coming in and out if you're gonna be like a successful business and sneaker reselling, because anything could come out at any time, like restocks, stuff like that. Like if you stuck with that shoe you didn't want to sell last week for $15 less, you ain't got the money to buy the new thing that's coming out tomorrow that you ain't even know about, you know? So yeah, gotta turn it over, bro. Want me to get into vintage, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, because it hasn't happened with the sneakers as much. I think I've only bought like one, maybe two pair of sneakers from you.
Right.
But vintage stuff, I know for a fact. I don't want stuff. People like, where you get that from?
No, I swear.
Hit up the homie. I'm trying to tell you. I saw somebody else from Mizzou on your page once, and I was like, see, there you go right there. I was like, I'm gonna just assume it's from me. I'm assuming it's from me.
No, low key though. A little tip I'll be doing though. So like, so I know I sold something to you and I see you post something. I'll look through your comments to see like people that's like look interested or something, like, dang, that shirt fire or something like that. Like, where you get that shirt? I'll go on my business page. I'll go to your post, whatever. And I got like a standard, it's like a salesy type of message. But I would send it to people kind of like an intro message, like, yo, I sell vintage, da da da. And I wouldn't say like, I know you know Steve or whatever, but I would just send that message. So it's like, I mean, I'm just trying to put my name out there more. So just spread the vintage name or whatever. So that's probably why you've seen something like that.
Yeah, but no, that's just common sense. That's smart. That's how social media works nowadays. It's playing, you know, it's finding people in the comments. It's as simple as commenting. Like all this stuff I've learned in the past 8 months just with Qualified. Like, you know, for people to see your page, for you to come across people's timeline more often, for you to see that, for them to see your story, it's more than just, you know, a like and a share, or it's more than just it's a lot of small things you gotta do. So I mean, like sending that message makes sense. But yeah, man, I mean, from the Marbury jersey to I don't know, man, I got a lot of favorite pieces.
I just showed you some heaters, bro.
I got a lot of favorite pieces from you. I'll be like, man, I'll be looking at my closet like, I need more, low key.
Yeah.
Trying to build it up. I'm trying to make 50% of the closet vintage at this point. No, but I mean, like it's a thing, though. Like you talked about it in the Black and Qualified video you sent in, though. It's just it's the feel of it. It's the idea that even in its aesthetic of it being older, like it gives that much more of a value. It gives that much more value.
Yeah, man. Vintage game is crazy. And it's like the way I started was because I would so I would go to Plato's and stuff. You know what Plato's Closet is?
Yeah, we got one.
I was going there and stuff, and I would get like sustainable clothing and stuff all the time, like joggers or whatever. Like when I was in college, because that's when I first found out about Plato's. And then, bro, I don't even know how, but I started watching this guy on YouTube who like goes to thrift stores all the time. And he's just cash out stuff on thrift stores, and he would just throw it up on his website. And people would be buying his stuff for like, bro, like quadruple times what he bought it for. Like buy a shirt for like 5, sell it for like 25, like consistent like that. But it's like dope stuff. It's like stuff you go to the mall, you don't see this stuff nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It might be something you seen like back in the day type stuff. It's like, man, I'll probably never see that shirt again. It's like, I want it. So that feeling right there, like when you find something that you not necessarily been looking for, but you didn't know you were looking for, and you see it, and you're like, I probably got to grab that. So I would just start going to thrift stores heavy, bro. And I was just going to thrift stores, and I was just putting my stuff on like eBay. I was just putting my vintage stuff on eBay, and I was selling sneakers on Instagram only. And then I was like, I'm finna just make an Instagram page for the vintage. So I did that. I started selling the vintage clothing on Instagram too. I had like 2 separate pages. I wish I would have had just one big page. It's kind of annoying, but like it's what it is. But it's like I started doing that, and like the more and more like the hunt, it's like the feeling you get when you in a thrift store and you like looking for certain stuff. You're like, man, I had my eyes on this shirt I seen online. It's like if I find this in the thrift store today, that'd be crazy. That's only happened to me one time. I found this bull shirt, like literally I was looking for it. It's like a 1990 All-Stars. Hold on.
He said, I got it right here.
I do. This shirt right here, bro.
Oh yeah, them the shirts that you be seeing on the sites on IG.
Yeah, this the OG. This is an original though, 1990.
I'm saying, yeah, I mean, you can tell in the material.
91 NBA Finals. So like, I found this in the thrift store. Like, wasn't even like, bro, like just the hunt is crazy, and that's like if you put it on eBay or something like a value, it's like a $200-$300 shirt. I got it for like $3 at the thrift store, but it's like, it's not even about the value. It's just like, bro, nobody's gonna have that shirt.
Yeah.
And I really wanted that shirt. And it's like, when you just find it, it's just crazy. And people will come at you like just looking for certain stuff. Like, man, you got any vintage windbreakers? Like, I like the vintage tees. And they'll tell me their size. And like with vintage, the stuff you buy, or like if I don't buy wholesale, if I buy everything from the thrift store, the stuff I'm buying is so cheap. It's like I can just keep like collecting it. And I'll always have inventory. So like people hit me up, like, yo, I'm looking for this size, like how you did. Like, yeah, you know my size, just send me like a bundle. I'm like, that's my favorite type of order. It's like, man, I'm gonna just send everything I got in your size, throw like an extra piece or 2 in there. Make your day, make my day. Like, just hitting thrift stores, bro. Like the hunt, it's just a good feeling. Like just going to that store, not knowing what you're gonna find. is like a good feeling to me. And then finding like crazy type of stuff, and then you just want to start collecting. You just start looking up certain stuff. You learn more about like culture, sneaker culture, pop culture, hip hop culture. Man, like I learned so much about like rock bands and stuff, dog. Like I didn't even mean to know. It's like I get a shirt or something. I'm like, I don't know what this is. I just hit Google. I just researching the item, and I'll start learning stuff about bands. Like I didn't ever know that much about Negro League baseball. And I was just starting at one summer, I was finding like stuff like every other week, like Negro League baseball stuff. So that just like I learned a lot of information about that too, man. It's like just learning history. Like you're always learning, making connections. And like the vintage game to me is more, I say more like sincere or something than the sneaker game, only because like the resellers in the vintage game, they have more passion for what they do than like sneaker resellers, in my opinion. It's just like everybody's not so tied down to that one piece or that one item. They looking for that buyer that actually wants that item, because like it's not like it's gonna come out again. It's an original item, you know what I'm saying? So it's like once you find that buyer, it's like, man, I'm glad I found you. It's going to a good home. Like you see a lot of vintage resellers saying stuff like that. Like I'm glad this item is going to a good home. So it's fun, bro. Meeting the people. I would go to sneaker conventions and I would start bringing vintage or whatever. That started like 2 years ago. I'll start bringing vintage clothing too, and people will be like buying kicks, and then they'll go through the vintage racks and, yo, let me get this shirt too. It's kind of go with the shoes. And it's like just putting fits together and having like the streetwear fashion like eye on things. I think it helps with being able to sell to certain people. So I enjoy it, man.
Man, nah, it looks fun. I'll tell you this. You look like you have a blast when you're doing it. I'll tell you that.
I'm finna start recording, like putting stuff on YouTube and stuff. Cause like literally, bro, I'll just be walking in thrift stores randomly. And I walk out with a cart full of stuff. Like I don't expect to just have that type of stuff. But it's like, I wasn't always like that. I would buy like stuff that wouldn't sell and I would think it's dope, but like other people wouldn't think it's dope. Now I got like a better eye, I think. So I would like go in and I see stuff that I think is dope, and I already know I've sold something like it before. So I'm like, okay, someone else is gonna think this is dope too. I just gotta find that person.
Right.
So that's why I made the Instagram page. And like, man, even if people like hit me up and say they're looking for certain stuff, like, yo, you got any Ohio State gear? I'm like, nah, not right now. But I can go and like I can buy some Ohio State gear from another seller for like not for like a good price and still be able to give it to the right person that I was looking for, and still like make their day, make my day, whatever. So it's fun, man. It's like giving people those rare pieces that you can. I like when people style it too. Like streetwear fashion is dope. So if you can like get some vintage, throw some kicks on, bro, like that just looks dope to me.
I'll be having a blast. Everybody be trying to get on my case, bro. They be like, bro, you always taking pictures. First off, look, I don't have all these clothes for no reason. Okay,
man, you gotta wear it. I
gotta wear it, bro, and I'm gonna take a picture if I feel like I pulled it off.
You
why you coming at me? But no, man. I mean, like I said, we can talk about the fashion and the kicks and stuff for days, man. But it's definitely one last thing I want to touch on before we end. You've alluded to it and talked about it multiple times, up to this point, but. Man, are you 25 yet? You still 24?
I'll be 25 in August.
In August, okay. I forget how young you are sometimes, man. Anyway, no, okay. So 24, like you said, man, married. Gonna be 3 this year, right?
Yep.
Okay, gonna be 3 years this year, man. Man, yeah, just gotta take us through that. Not maybe so much, I mean, if you want to go ahead, but not maybe so much to the marriage point, but being married, just as you know, man, we young, like when you under 25, it's not that marriage is so much seen as bad, but it's a lot of people that just aren't ready for that commitment, that life change, that adjustment to really be in that. It's a lot of people that don't know how to be in relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but man, you going on 3 years of marriage, man. Just talk about what that experience has been like. What some of your biggest lessons have been from that, and how much you've grown just from knowing that you have to fulfill, that commitment, and just how, all the responsibilities and obligations that you personally feel kind of go into that growth.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, so man, me and my wife met in college, and we was both in school at the same time, both like having the same, not struggles, but like the same things we'd be going through at the same time. So we were both relating to each other like on a real serious note, even though I'm from up north, she's from down south, South Carolina. So it's like we two totally different. We were raised totally differently, but we still were able to connect and just have like a dope connection, like for all these years to come. And I just realized it's gonna be 3 years. Like that went by quick. It seemed like we just got married for real. But like, I mean, it's the best thing for me, honestly, is just like being married. I feel like is the best way for me to be. Like, if I wasn't married, I don't think I'd be as focused. I don't think I'd be as driven, like as determined to be able to like just keep up with the business, keep up with like just being like a healthy person and stuff like that. Mentally healthy, like bro, like my wife helps me with everything, man. And like dog, like just getting up, knowing like you got somebody you could like really depend on, you can go to for like anything you thinking about, like any problems you having or stuff like that, bro. Like just having that person to depend on is like dope to me. And I was, you know what I'm saying, I was young, I was single, I didn't live that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? That it got old quick. Like once I got to college, bro, I was like, man, I'm trying to get some money or something. Like I'm trying to really focus on like being who I want to be. So like, man, once I found her, bro, it was like everything just opened up. Like it was easier to just like focus on one woman. Like, okay, bet that's my lady, focus on her. Bet this is my school stuff, focus on that. Bet have another thing to do, you know what I'm saying? Focus on that. It's like everything was like tit, like tit for tat. So it's like I don't have my mind going around trying to chase all these different women and stuff, man. So just being married, I say the best thing for me about being married, like I said, is just being able to focus and being able to have someone to depend on like 24/7 is probably the best thing for me. Like not even really just like mental stability wise, like I can go to my wife for anything for real. And it's like something's irritating me. I could go to my wife and I was like address that to her. And she notices it. Sometimes I won't even say something, bro. She like you strapped? Like, yeah, I'm good. Like I'm real closed in, bro. So I'm like, yeah, I'm good. She like, nah, what's wrong? I say something, da da da. And it'll make me feel better right away. But like if I didn't have her, like I would just be holding all type of stuff in, bro. I wouldn't be telling nobody. It's just like I'm just mad all the time or something like that. So it's like, man, just being able to just genuinely be happy, bro. Just enjoy life together. Like it's like we really soulmates, bro. Like she's my friend too. So it's like we not just like we didn't start off as just like boyfriend and girlfriend. We first like made a connection to be cool with each other or whatever. And then it's like, man, you start catching feelings or whatever. So it's different then at that point. It's like I'm not just boyfriend and girlfriend. Y'all actually friends. Like y'all actually kick it. Y'all actually cool together and stuff like that. Like y'all can depend on each other for anything. And I was like, man, I gotta keep her around. Went ahead and put that knee down, man.
Yeah, but is there any advice you have for like people our age who who are feeling like, I feel that way, but because of what society tells us or because I don't know, like we're not supposed to commit that early or, whatever the case may be. Just what's your advice in regards to like taking that leap of faith? Because at the end of the day, whenever you do it, that's all it is a leap of faith, because you ain't got everything. You more than likely like don't have everything figured out, and you definitely don't know what it's going to be like. You just have an idea and what you hope it'll be like. So yeah, do you have any advice for people who may be dealing with that, not dilemma, but who may be facing that question?
Yeah, I mean, I say if you're facing that question, bro, just follow your heart and know that you don't have anything to lose. You just have something to gain. Like getting married and getting involved with that person in like a serious note, it's not something you should be stressing about or stressing over. It's just like you started in life together with that person. You already have your life, they already have their life. Now y'all just starting your life together. And it's just in God's eyes and as a legal document, y'all are one. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, I don't think it's something you should be worried about if you're going back and forth with it. There's something pulling you away. But like if you already know that that's something that you want to do and that's something that you see yourself doing within the near future, like go ahead and pop that question. I mean, you're not gonna have everything figured out all the time. Even when you get married, you're not gonna have everything figured out all the time. It's work. You're always working. You always considering your better half with everything that you do, with everything that you think about and stuff like that. So as long as you're ready to commit to that, I say, man, just go for it. Because there's a lot of negative views on marriage, but that's only because people seem to glorify that rather than glorifying like the good things that can come out of a marriage.
Yeah,
making you a better person, making you more focused, making you more driven, making you more attentive, more sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So I say it's a lot of dope things about marriage, man. And I'm glad I did it when I did. Once I did it, I didn't second guess it. You know what I'm saying? You nervous, but it's like I wasn't doubting myself. I wasn't doubting our marriage or anything. I was just nervous. It's just like, man, like whew, like you feel like you finna sing to a stage of people or something. Like that's all it was just nerves for me, man. It was the best decision I made because, like I said before, it's the best way for me to be, as far as for me to be a husband and a father. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully in the future, and then like a businessman, bro. Like it's just the best way for me to be. So
yeah, that's mad real. I think for a lot of people, it's not. I don't think a lot of people look at it in terms of. I won't say they don't look at it in terms of what's best for them, but I think a lot of people, they start seeing, like, especially now, like you start seeing all your friends getting engaged to, you start seeing people start, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, am I supposed to have that now since everybody around me has that? And it's like, nah, it's for you. So if you were the first one, you shouldn't have felt bad about being the first one if that was for you the same way. If you're the last one, you shouldn't feel late, or you shouldn't feel bad because it's happening for everybody else in this season. Like your season gonna always be there for you. But I think for a lot of people, it's just really taking the time to see it that way. I think a lot of people really don't. It's hard to have tunnel vision in life, especially with the access we have to everybody now. So it's hard to really kind of like think of it in terms of just ourselves when it's like, oh well, my homie over here who, I feel like, we on the same page, we got the same aspirations in life, and this going on for him, or this going on for my girlfriend over here who doing A, B, and C, and it's not happening for me. Like, dang, are they taking off? Am I falling back? Like, what, but people think like that, so it's kind of it's kind of tough. But I think that's why it's very important what you said in terms of understand it for you, but also just understand like how do you work best, because some people may not work best whether in a marriage or just making that decision at a particular time in their life, and you got to understand that as well. So man, I think it's amazing. I think you just have a very interesting perspective on it, because I know I personally don't know too many people our age who are actually married. So I just think that's very unique, man, and I hope people are able to take something away for that, or just have a better understanding of what that could be, or what that could mean for them when they time come.
It's great, bro. It's a beautiful thing. It ain't for everybody, what I'm saying? Work to be done, but like it's not something to be scared about.
Right. Yeah.
If you're scared about it, don't do it, because you shouldn't go into nothing fearing anything, in my opinion. So that's what I say. If you're scared about it, you might mess up. That means you're not prepared or something, so.
Yeah.
That's what anything, though.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's real. But yeah, man, we've talked about, I don't know, a little bit of everything. We talked about, man, school, man, the sneaker game, vintage game, marriage, all of that, man. All of that goes into who you are. All of that goes into the businessman you are, the husband that you are, just the man you want to be in general. With everything that we talked about, everything that's been said, what would you say, or how would you define what makes you qualified?
See, I was thinking about this. I already knew it was coming. Dog. So I say what makes me qualified is that I'm determined, I'm driven, I'm reliable, and I'm true to myself. I'm true to what I know I can do and what I know I'm capable of doing. So I'm always like just a person that just always trusts in the process. You know what I'm saying? I'm a heavy faith guy, just believe in yourself, believe in God, and he's going to allow you to do the things that you want to do if it's under his will. So, man, just determined, driven. I trust the process. You know what I'm saying? I'm faithful. So that makes me qualified, bro. And I need some merch, bro. I've been looking on the site. I'm waiting on you. I was waiting on you to tell me, like, bro, you need some merch. I'm like, bro,
listen.
I'm cash ready. Like, I'm just waiting on the invitation.
whole time, I ain't gonna even lie to you. Whole time, I kind of dropped the merch and just left it, because it was kind of like, I ain't gonna even hold you. I kind of went into it like, man, it's just some little merch. So I was like, I'll put it out. I'll see if people rock with it or not. I wasn't even coming out like, yo, cop the merch. But since you said something, hey man, look, bro, what color you gonna get? I'm trying to figure out how you gonna rock it. I see you rocking a crew neck, which you gonna have the sweatpants, not the regular sweats. You gonna have the track joints. You gonna have the joints with the zippers at the bottom. You feel me?
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking about getting some joggers too, though, because bro, lately I've been like wearing joggers, even though it's getting hot here, but like I'm the type where I don't get real hot real fast. So I could wear some sweats for like a day if it's like 80 degrees or something, and I won't feel like real hot. So I've been thinking about getting some joggers. I was looking at the crew necks too, but definitely pants. Like when people be telling me they got clothing brands, I'll be like, pants, bro, pants. Cause I like wearing vintage tees already to like promote my brand. Cause that's where I get the most questions about like my shirts and stuff. So I try to keep my vintage tees in a rotation, but like pants and like shorts.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I be trying to up because people be like, because I don't wear, I'm either in sweats, sweat cutoffs, or basketball shorts. It's one of them three. You ain't gonna catch me too. I mean, if I got some cargo shorts and it's a reason for me to actually put them on, I will.
yeah.
But man, I'm trying to be comfy. You know what I'm saying? So
cozy.
a cozy, big cozy. Yeah, man. Nah, man. Like I said, bro, this one of them. Like I said, you know, this is family, man, for sure. But thank you so much for coming on, man. Thank you so much for talking to me, taking us through, man, the sneaker game, the vintage game, everything that's going on with you. I appreciate it a lot. Like we both said before when we was texting about it, long overdue. Long been trying to get this to happen. So just happy he was able to finally make it happen.
For sure, bro. I appreciate you for having me, man. I support everything you're doing, bro. I appreciate you for supporting me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just dope. You know what I'm saying? Seeing you coming from Milwaukee like me and just like finding a way, bro, to make it happen. So I appreciate that, bro. I respect you too, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Likewise, family. Please let everybody know where they can find you, where they can find everything that you do. Throw out all the ads, man. We'll make sure they in the video.
For sure, man. So if y'all into sneakers, you check out 407 Kicks on IG. That's Kicks with the Z on the end. And then if you're into like vintage clothing, you know what I'm saying? What that is, Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's Wisconsin. Yeah.
So if you're into like old vintage clothing, man, it's not just t-shirts, sweats, sweatsuits, jackets, bro. What else? Jeans, some jeans, like
crews, man. You got it all, bro. You got it all, man.
Yeah, man. So it's 407 Vintage on Instagram. And then I got the website links in both the bios. Yeah, bro. That's pretty much it, man. So working on some YouTube stuff. So if you want to follow Jax TV on YouTube, that's like our couples channel. We just putting out content, bro. We ain't trying to do nothing with it. We just putting it out, just showing more personality stuff from us, because a lot of people they want to be nosy, but they don't know much about us as a couple. So this is just our way of expressing ourselves. So Jax TV, SJAXX TV on YouTube. And that's all I got really going on, man. Staying out the way.
Yeah, for sure, man. Most definitely. Well, I hope y'all was able to take something away from this interview, man. We'll definitely be back next week with another interview. And shoot, until next time, I'll catch y'all on the next interview, man. Peace.